Hello everybody, and welcome to the second round of the International VTuber GT Championship. I'm Ruby Acosta, your main broadcaster for today, and today we're going to have a pretty interesting race here at Kyalami International Circuit, or whatever it's called. But it's definitely not one of my strongest tracks. Hopefully some of the VTubers in this field will have a better time navigating this course throughout the 60 minutes of competition we're going to have here today. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's go over the standings for the International VTuber GT Championship after round 1. On top with 35 points is Team Iris. Race winner Lucas Lichten took home the checkered flag in a pretty demanding, commanding fashion at Silverstone, with Asa EXC also alongside him in Team Iris. Second place in the points, actually tied with Kot's Racing Team, is Technoburst Racing with Psycho Kaiza and Key Zeta. Kot's Racing Team, like I said, are tied with David Kotze and Soleil Drewcox. In fourth with 10 points, just 1 point behind, is Yandere Racing with Amethysta VTuber and iMetric Zanes. Both, actually no, one in the 296 and one in the 720S Evo. Then in fifth with 8 points is Grip Runners with DJ Overdrive and Cody Lionheart. Sixth is THFO Miracle Racing with Faro Okami and Taki Hayabusa. Mirai United VTuber Racing Team, Option 13, and Team AWD Tazarada have not scored any points yet. However, some of these drivers are here today, so we're going to see them put some points on the board for the first time today. So as you see now, the top of the leaderboard is Amelia Anderson, Executie, with a 142.130, a pretty fast lap around here at Kyalami. We're going to see if she's going to be able to keep that pace up. Psycho Kaiza not too far behind with a 142.227, a pretty respectable lap as well. Other people on the track are Paulu Kai, Akito Suzagawa, Sebastiano Rossi, Umbraz, I believe, Jordan Brunch, Blanca Ryozaki. Some of the drivers here today that were not here last round at Silverstone, definitely going to be adding to the drama and the action here today at Kyalami. Lucas Lichten, last round's winner, has not been able to set a fast lap time yet. However, he is about to here with 8 tenths up from his best here, actually 9 tenths up, exiting the final turn. And there he goes with a 143.255, not as fast as last time before, as he was just absolutely dominant at Silverstone. We'll see if they can find any more pace within that 720S for Team Iris. So only a few more moments until we get to qualifying here. Qualifying is going to be definitely an interesting affair. With about 22 drivers here on the grid, it is going to be a packed house. Especially coming into turn 1. There's not a lot of space afterwards to really put your car and make some moves, so it's going to be interesting to see how these VTubers handle the pressure and handle all that sort of action and whatnot. To see the final drivers making their laps here. Blanca Ryozaki in the number 44 BMW M4. DJ Overdrive crosses the line as well, and we head straight to qualifying. So we'll see who is able to post the fastest lap here. First drivers out, Amelia Anderson and Aether Yuki. Amelia Anderson, very quick driver, as we've seen last season at Watkins Glen. and various other tracks as well. I believe Misano was one of the tracks that she was very dominant in. 20 minutes to get a qualifying lap in, so a lot of time for potential pole positions to come up. As you see here, Emily Anderson in the very vibrant 296, if you can call it that. Coming into the S's. Now out. Make sure it's very easy to get an off track there at that curb, so driver's gonna have to watch out as always for the track limits. Just it's very unsuspecting. As we see a few other drivers out now. The only ones that have stayed inside of the pits are Amethyst the VTuber, Isaac Umbros. Isaac Umbros actually has gone out, so it's only Amethyst the VTuber, Ryuma Tatsuyama, and Akito Suzugawa, who, as I said before, makes his return to the series after being absent from Silverstone. So now Emily Anderson about to complete her outlap and going on to get her first flying lap over. Now, the first flying lap is generally not the fastest. Still, the tires are now up to the optimal pressures and everything, so it won't be the definite lap. However, it is going to be a sort of sign of things to come for the Swedish driver as she goes off track, so that might not be counting or even a banker lap. Still, though, you still have a lot of time to make a good qualifying lap here. 20 minutes, as I said before. So you have a yellow flag on the track, however, not really relevant to the session right now. We'll check out whoever has a valid time going, whoever's the most interesting. The track, Psycho Kaisa, the number 42 Technoburst Racing Aston Martin, is on his first lap. You could see, I believe that is one of the Team AWD Tazarada cars. I'm not sure, I forgot how to say it. Trazarada, there you go. Not sure what car that is, but we'll see. And Psycho has actually bounces off the curb. That's not going to be very optimal for the lap times here. Going to want to be as stable as possible coming into the S's. Aether Yuki is actually the first along the track, who has the valid lap time going. So we'll see what Aether Yuki has to offer here for their first flying lap. So on top of the leaderboard for now, provisional pole 146.215 just for completing a lap, though Jordan Brunch beats Yuki to the punch with a 144.665. Psycho Kaisa coming in now with a 142.825. Moritz Hiccup just right behind with a 143, sorry, .015. Let's see what Psycho Kaisa has to offer here. Emily Anderson on a flyer now, the second flying lap after the first one was invalidated. We'll see what she has to show here. Using all the racetrack in the S's. Blanc Ryuzaki sets the another lap, so he is third. Haru Kai in fifth. Aether Yuki in fifth and sixth. Still a lot of time in the session though to make changes here. Sebastiano Rossi puts in his first live flying lap, though it seems to be more of a banker than anything. Cody Lionheart also putting in his lap. Lucas Lichten in second, just behind Psycho Kaisa, as Emily Anderson goes a bit wide there. That's not invalidated per lap, I believe. No, it is not, though that's probably going to affect the times a bit. So on to her third flying lap. It's going to be a 141.862, so that didn't really affect the speed at in any point, I believe. However, she's probably going to be able to go a lot faster without that mistake. Akito Suzugawa jumps Psycho Kaiza in the standings, so Akito is now in second, 4 tenths behind Amelia Anderson. Let's see if there's any other lap times coming into the, any other new lap times coming in. Psycho Kaiza is not able to improve. Did his best lap with a 142.555, but it's not enough to jump Akito. Blanc Ryuzaki about to come across the line now, coming out of the final corner here. We'll see where that ends up. That's going to be good enough for 6th at the moment. Halukai also coming across the line here. And it totally is 787B 720S. And that's going to be 4th. Pretty good improvement from that lap. It's going to be a 142.757. Lucas Lichten about to come across the line as well. That's a pretty big improvement. It's about 7 tenths, 6 tenths up from his best. That's going to be 3rd, right behind Akito Suzugawa and jumping Psycho Kaiza. Let's check up on Amelia Anderson, who is about to finish her lap here. Not a big improvement from the last lap, though. It is a tiny improvement. About a tenth, I'd say. It is going to be a 141.767, so an improvement nonetheless. She keeps her time up on top on the leaderboard. We'll see if anybody else is going to be challenging for that today. Lucas Lichten might be the candidate for that. Lucas Lichten, as I said, the last winner at Silverstone, won that race in a pretty dominating fashion. Nobody really to challenge him throughout the race, as we see Cody Lionheart in the gravel spun around here in the S's. But nobody really was able to challenge Lucas Lichten. But we have 2 drivers now that are able to bring on the fight. As Amelia Anderson, I believe, is actually up 2 tenths. Ooh, Lucas Lichten goes a little sideways there. Seems to have lost a bit of time because of that. Though has not really lost any ground. I'd say lost any ground, but still improving on his lap, though not as much as he probably wished he would. Pretty big improvement coming out of that corner. Cheetah, pretty tricky corner. Ooh, gets some wheels on the grass, though. It doesn't look like that slowed him down much. We'll see what comes at the final corner here, coming across the line. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough for pole. It's going to be enough to jump Akito in the standings, so that's going to be 2nd with a 142.175. We'll see what Amelia Anderson is able to do here, as I believe this is the last of her flying laps here. This is going to be a pretty big improvement. And that is going to be a 141.442, so still the only driver in the 141s at the moment. We'll see if anybody else has not set a time yet. Trazioni Integrale in a Trazzarata GTX, which is just a Ferrari 296, but Trazioni told me to just call it a Trazzarata GTX. Actually makes some contact with Lucas Lichten. Goes sideways into the ESO, so that Trazzarata GTX not handling the best, it seems. We'll see if anybody else is making an improvement. Moritz Hiccup, potentially, might be able to jump a few drivers up here. Moritz Hiccup, another good driver from last race in the non-Evo 720S, so pretty interesting choice there. Goes into the grass again, exiting Cheetah. Pretty tricky corner. We're going to see if it kills anybody coming into the race. So, only 10 minutes left in the session. We'll see if anybody else has any answer for Amelia Anderson. Moritz Hiccup across the line with an improvement, but does not jump Sebastiano Rossi in the standing. So, Sebastiano Rossi keeps his 7th position. And Methista, they are also improving here. They are in 11th. Rear bench in the 720S as well. I believe that is, yes, that is the Evo package car. So So it looks like we do definitely have a few favorites already coming into the race. See what Jordan Runch is able to do here. Runch with the crunch. He's not going to be able to jump Umbras in the standings, so he stays 13th. Psycho Kaiser with a big improvement, a huge improvement, 7/10 up. That's going to be enough to jump Akito and Lucas. That is going to be second position, now only 4/10 behind Amelia Anderson, so this might be interesting to watch. We'll keep an eye on Psycho Kaiser. Psycho Kaiser, as I said before, in the number 42 Techno Burst Racing Aston Martin. His teammate there, his Kizeta, spun off the track. He's able to dodge him though, thankfully. No teammate drama there. So as the viewers may have noted, this track is pretty narrow at certain points. Not a lot of passing opportunities here, especially if you're starting way at the back or if you had a pretty bad qualifying session. So you're gonna have to be pretty strong qualifying in order to have a good race here. I know a few drivers are going to be wanting to have a better qualifying session here, such as More Tickup, who had a pretty good showing out last round. However, might be struggling with the car or the setup here, or the track itself. The track is pretty tricky. As I said before in the broadcast, this is a track I also struggle with. It's just very curvy, I guess. It's very technical. You need to be very exact on these corners. Not really a lot of space for mistakes here, especially coming into this corner. Cheetah, just a corner. There's a big sausage curb to the inside. If you hit it, it's pretty much nearly raced over unless you get really lucky, or you're able to sort of just predict what the car's going to be able to do over that yellow sausage curb. So Psycho Kaizen is not going to be able to improve on his lap. We'll see on this next flying lap that he's on if he's able to top Amelia Anderson or even just match her. Turn 1 also a pretty big choking point, especially coming to start. A very wide corner that just sort of funnels into a really narrow section of the track. So definitely a lot of space to go 4, even 5 wide. As you see, I believe that is Ryoma Tateyama stopped on the circuit. A couple drivers have not set a lap time yet are tracc.eu and I believe that is iMetric Zanes. So we'll keep an eye on tracc.eu here. As I keep an update on Psycho Kaiser. Psycho Kaiser has not been able to improve on his lap so far. Might be changing though. Pretty close. Psycho Kaiser. Oh, and tracc.eu goes off. Pretty easy part of the track to go off. A lot of really high speed corner and a lot of like hard braking to do there. So unless you're really exact or really careful into the entry, you could find yourself really overspeeding and just flying off into the gravel. So we'll go back to Psycho Kaiser, not being able to match his best lap actually. We'll see if anything gets better here in the final corner. Though it looks like he was really on the grass at Cheetah, so this might not be the one either. Psycho Kaiser has a 142.170 for that last lap. The only other driver I think I said before, to be in the 141s alongside Amelia Anderson. As Psycho Kaiser slows down and returns to the pits. So we'll take a look at Lucas Lichten, who is on his outlap, as well as Akito Suzukawa. For the moment, we will ride on board with Lucas Lichten. As I hope everybody's seen there, Cheetah is such a tight corner to get right. Not much room for error. Especially if you go just a little bit inside too deep, you can really just jump off of that sausage curve, and that ends your lap, and even worse, might even end your race. So we'll see what Lucas Lichten has to offer here in the dying moments of qualifying. Going a little bit wide there. Doesn't seem to be affecting anything though. Coming into the S's. Pretty tough corner here as he clips the curb a bit, doesn't seem to upset the car too much. Goes a little wide, but isn't enough to invalidate his lap, so still able to keep on going. However, I believe that is the 275 of Ryuma Tateyama in the way. Hopefully Ryuma gets out of the way, sort of notices that Lucas is on a flyer. Come on, Ryuma. Ryuma doesn't seem to notice, actually. So this is pretty much a lap that is gone, so Lucas will sort of hang back, warm his tires up a little. Yeah, Ryuma did not seem to notice Lucas Lichten back there. So unfortunately, it looks like Lucas Lichten will have to lose a bit of time. Lose a little bit of time for any more opportunities to top at least Psycho Kaiza in the standings at the moment. Try to get that 141 barrier. We'll see how this goes. Another driver who is improving at the moment is Psycho Kaiza. We will take a look at Psycho Kaiza at the moment, coming out of the S's. So now only under 2 minutes left in the qualifying session, so now or never. I'd say Psycho Kaiza has, yes, just one more lap after this one. And it looks like he may need it, as he is 3/10 down from his best. And that is probably 6/10 down from Emilia, as he goes off track and validates that lap. Car goes off. That is Aether Yuki in the BMW. We'll see if Aether gets out of the way here. He does, so that allows Psycho Kaiza to work on his lap now. The final flying lap for him. Lucas Lichten about to come across the line as well, but just not improving on his best lap time, so that will have to be coming at the final lap of the session. Lucas Lichten slowing down, actually, to give himself enough space. Make sure he doesn't have any traffic ahead of him. Akito Suzugawa about to come across the line now, exiting the final corner. Actually makes a huge mistake there. So that'll be coming into his final flying lap. Sebastiano Rossi, another driver who is improving, sort of just jumped into the top 5 there without us noticing there. So, and he is up 4/10 from his best. Lost a little time coming into Cheetah, but the final corner is still up to come. We'll see how he fares up to coming up here. This definitely be an improvement. Will it be enough to jump Akito? It is, so Sebastiano Rossi takes 4th. However, yeah, that's going to be his final lap. He's not going to be able to run any more laps, so we'll see if Akito is going to be able to take that position back. And now the checkered flag waves, so this is the final lap as Lucas Lichten goes off, goes wide, slides off, and just that's it. Akito Suzugawa now. Actually, no, let's take a look at Psycho Kaiza, who is entering Cheetah, about to enter the penultimate corner, now into the final corner here. We'll see if he has anything to answer for Emilia. A bit of improvement coming out at that final corner, however, not enough to gain the pole position. We'll see if he'll keep his 2nd, though. As I see Akito Suzugawa coming into, I believe this is, yes, coming into the final few set of corners here at Kyalami. Akito making his return after being absent in round 1. However, always a strong driver. Akito Suzugawa coming across into Cheetah. Goes a little, ooh, misses the apex a bit. Is that going to be enough to jump a Sebastiano Rossi? It might be. Actually, Sebastiano Rossi and Lucas Lichten, so Akito Suzugawa is in 3rd. So Amelia Anderson with a top time of 141.442 is going to be leading off your field here, alongside Psycho Kaiza. So now, as we get ready for the race, let's go through the starting order for the racers here today. Starting on pole position is going to be Amelia Anderson, with Psycho Kaiza right beside her in the 2nd position. Akito Suzugawa jumps both Lucas Lichten and Sebastiano Rossi for the 3rd position. Lucas Lichten's going to have to settle for 3rd, maybe for 4th. Sebastiano Rossi in 5th. Asa EXC in 6th. We didn't see her come into the picture there. Moritz hooked up in the 7th spot. Halu Kai in the 8th position. In the number 44 car, we have Blanc Ryuzaki. 10th, we have Aether Yuki, the number 2 BMW. 11th here, we have Amethysta VTuber. In 12th, we have Isaac Umbras. 13th, we have Jordan Brunch. And 14th, we have Cody Lionheart in the only GTR in the field. 15th, Chike Hawkin in the 310 NSX, with DJ Overdrive in the number 12, 296 and 16th. 17th, we have the 420 of Soleil Drew Cox. Besides her is Ki Zeta. In 19th, we have Ryuma Tateyama with Traptini Integrali in 19th. In 20th. And in 21st, leading off the grid is Iometric Zanes. That way, we get the pace laps out sorted here. Quite a few drivers with making their return and already making a big impact. Amelia Anderson taking the pole position. Akito Suzugawa starting in the podium spot, and the final podium spot. We'll see if he's able to retain it at the end of the race. 60 minutes so it's going to be quite a journey to the end there. Lucas Lichten, last round's winner in 4th. Sebastiano Rossi always being the dark horse in 5th. Asa EXC doing a great job at getting 6th there. Now in the number 71 McLaren, I believe she was in the 296 beforehand. Another driver to keep an eye on, I believe, is Blanc Ryuzaki, always the most consistent driver. Not really usually the fastest in single lap pace, but is able to string it along together in the race to get a pretty good result and pass a few drivers. Take a look at some of the liveries here. Some of the liveries I found pretty interesting here. Sebastiano Rossi in the number 812 Trazerata GTX for Team AWD, all waifu drive. Beautiful livery there. As well as Asi and Ixi and Lucas Lichten in the beautiful Team Iris McLarens. Blanc Ryuzaki coursing the pastel-colored BMW M4 behind him. Aether Yuki, as I believe that's Aussie XD going in the grass a little bit there. Hopefully that won't affect the tires at all. Cody Lionheart in the only GTR, as well as Shike Hawken in the only NSX. Beautiful car. As we start to go double file, so we should probably go and check out the action before we miss anything. iMetric Zanes trying to catch up to the field here. We'll have enough time to. So as every driver gets set to race here in the South African V-Prix, 60 minutes, 1 mandatory stop. Amelia Anderson will be the driver leading the field off into the green flag. Coming out of the final corner now, trying to go about 60 kilometers an hour, coming to start a slow crawl. Waiting for the green light to come out. And we're racing here. Amelia Anderson starting off the field with Psycho Kaiser right beside. Psycho Kaiser might have an opportunity to make it around the outside here. Psycho Kaiser clears Amelia Anderson actually, but Amelia Anderson goes into the inside, dives in the inside. Not enough space though. Psycho Kaiser will take the lead immediately in the first corner. We'll see if anybody else has made it. Looks like we are all clean. So Psycho Kaiser immediately takes the start here. First, Amelia Anderson actually demoted to third as we have a crash here. Aether Yuki actually, gets it, a few cars actually into the grass here. A few cars in this accident. That's Kizeta, DJ Overdrive, Shike Hawken, iMetric Zanes, Aether Yuki, and tracc.eu Integrale, unfortunately all involved in an accident. Meanwhile, Psycho Kaiser still leads the field coming into this corner. I believe it's the S's. Akito Suzukawa has also passed Amelia Anderson here for the second position. So now it's a battle between these two drivers. Akito trying to go around the outside, getting more momentum than Psycho Kaiser. Psycho Kaiser goes a little bit wide, forces him off. So now Akito is going to try and keep pressuring Psycho into a mistake here. Psycho, though, is a psycho. Gonna take a lot to make him make a mistake here, as Amelia Anderson is already bouncing back, challenging Akito for that second position, wanting that position back, and also wanting the lead back. As we'll look back in the field, Amethysta VTuber battling against Polu Kai. Somebody goes into the grapple here, it's Tachita. Thankfully saves that. I believe that's Sebastiano Rossi, as Polu Kai makes a dive into the final corner. A great pass on Amethysta. Blanc Ryuzaki right behind, sniffing those rears. And the big sniffer, the BMW M4 with the snoot. Polu Kai is going to have to make a big defensive move here. He gets into the back of Polu Kai, Blanc Ryuzaki does. It's Cody Lionheart. Oh no! Cody Lionheart gets into the rear of Blanc Ryuzaki, spins him around. So Blanc Ryuzaki is going to have to wait until all the traffic clears to get back on track and rejoin. So Cody Lionheart is going to have some damage on that number 39 Nissan. We'll take a look at Sebastiano Rossi and Asa EXC having a battle here. Sebastiano Rossi lost a few positions in the start here. But we'll take a look at this battle's brewing. It's a 4-car battle for the lead. You could cover these cars with a blanket. As Amelia Anderson will try and look into the inside, but will probably get outsmarted here by Lucas Lipton. Lucas Lipton coming outside. They make side-by-side contact. No harm, no foul. Psycho Kaiser still holding on to the lead, though just about, with Akito Suzugawa just hanging on by a thread. Akito Suzugawa trying to do everything he can to get past that number 42, get his first win in a while here. Everybody makes it to the cheetah corner pretty cleanly, as Akito bumps Psycho Kaiser. Psycho Kaiser nearly loses it. He's able to keep it under control, but he's going to lose a ton of position. He's going to drop back from the lead. He's able to clear it, and Moritz Hiccup to keep 4th position. However, Psycho Kaiser is not going to be happy about that, as Akito Suzugawa takes the lead. Amelia Anderson is already looking to take the lead back. Amelia Anderson having to fight off Lucas Lipton and Moritz Sicko, but the fastest lap of the race so far is just sitting there menacingly. Goodness, what a race already. So we have a Methista, VTuber, and Cody Lionheart battling for the 7th position. Cody Lionheart already making up a ton of spots already. Behind them, it is Isaac Umbras, Palu Kai, and Jordan Brunch. Sebastiano Rossi actually lost a lot of time there, a lot of positions. I wonder what happened to him. Sebastiano Rossi already trying to make a recovery drive here. As Cody Lionheart goes around, oh, it's a huge crash! Isaac Umbras gets into Cody Lionheart. Sebastiano Rossi gets into the inside wall, nearly creates more drama as Salil Drewcrox just barely avoids the carnage. We'll take a look back at the leaders here. Oh my goodness. This race is just insane as we see a Methista VTuber trying to make a pass on Palu Kai. What a race so far. What drama has been unfolding here today. So Cody Lionheart drops all the way back to 10th as the pit window opens to see if anybody just dives in pretty early here. So a few cars already with damage, so we might see some early takers. See, Methista tries to make a move into Cheetah. That's pretty brave. Thankfully, no harm, no foul. So we have a yellow flag on the field. Team staff cleared up. So just battle going on for 7th at the moment. However, we have this between Lucas Lipton and Psycho Kaiser. Psycho Kaiser makes a psycho move into the inside, into turn 1, leaving Lucas Lipton in the dust and into the palms, into the grips of Moritz Sicko in that old 720S. Lucas Lipton goes sideways. Losing a bit of time. Moritz Sicko might be able to make a move here. No, too far actually. Gonna have to wait a little bit for his turn. So as it stands, Akito Suzugawa is still your leader for today so far. After a few hectic laps already. You see DJ Overdrive and Sebastiano Rossi have made their pit stops. Maybe predictably, as Sebastiano Rossi has a lot of damage on that car. We'll take a look at the rear of the field. iMetric Zanes trying to make their move on Key Zeta. So you see Jordan Brunch about to make a pass on a Methista VTuber. A Methista VTuber holding their stout position in 8th. Palu Kai doing a good job holding down 7th. Cody Lionheart there, involved already in a few incidents in 10th. Isaac Umbras as well in 11th. Salil Drewcrox doing a great job in 12th. Shike Hawken in 13th. A little more behind Salil Drewcrox. I believe that Shike was involved in an accident beforehand. So is Blanca Ryuzaki and Tateyama. We'll take a look back at the leaders here. As this top 5 still just nothing between them. And so we already have a lap traffic car coming. That is DJ Overdrive in his ailing 296. So we already have 2 retirements. I believe that is Traziani Intergali and Sebastiano Rossi. Sebastiano Rossi probably had enough damage to just sort of put him out of the race completely, as did Traziani Intergali. As you see, Lucas Lipton still on the rear of Psycho Kaiser. Lucas Lipton trying everything that he can to get around Psycho Kaiser, as Akito Suzugawa has lap traffic to deal with now. We'll see how Akito deals with it, as he has Amelia Anderson right behind him. Amelia, she's going to definitely want to fight back, as lap traffic is gonna... Ooh, Lucas Lipton goes off at Cheetah. That's gonna allow more Hiccup to get around. And Psycho Kaiser goes wide So a lot of drama, a lot of chaos happening here. Cheetah, a very big trouble corner. We see tracc.eu actually disconnected, unfortunately for her. Take a look at Shike Hawken, I believe, who has pitted already. No, he has not, so wonder what happened to them in that NSX. Gonna have to fight all the way back from 17th position. I'm trying to get past Zanes here. Meanwhile, at the head of the field, Amelia Anderson still looking at the back of Akito Suzugawa. So it's barely been 10 minutes, and already we've had a few storylines as Jordan Brunch has gone around. That's a huge off for Jordan Brunch. Cody Leinert and Isaac Umbers will go past. Let's see what happened here, coming to the S's. Upset the car, just cutting inside too much, and just pummels the inside tire barrier. So unfortunately for Jordan Brunch, it's going to be a lot of damage for him to fix on that 720S. And it looks like Lucas Lichten has got past Moritz Hiccup, so already recovering a bit from that off at Cheetah. However, has lost a lot of time already. We'll take a look at Isaac Umbras and Cody Leinhardt battling. Isaac Umbras in the old AMG. Pretty old car here. There's also Jordan Brunch behind there, so Jordan Brunch actually hasn't lost too much time. However, he still has a ton of damage on the front end of that 720S. Best lap time still goes to Lucas Lichten. Lucas Lichten with a 142.437. That was actually his last lap, so Lucas Lichten's on a mission here after that off. We'll take a look closer here, still at Isaac Umbras. This looks like the lead battle has calmed down just a tad here. Everybody just trying to get into their own pace here. So, of everybody in the field, looks like DJ Overdrive has taken his mandatory stop, probably predictably, as he had a lot of damage on that 296. We'll see if he's able to gain any more time with the very early stop. Hopefully, staying clean might be able to. As Cody Leinhardt goes off. What's happened there? Seems like a little bit of loss of concentration there as Cody Leinhardt goes wide. As Amelia Anderson is back on the rear of Akito Suzugawa. Akito Suzugawa might have lost some time there. Might have made a mistake. So Amelia now just hunting, able to just reel him in. As Shike Hawken is off as well. What's happened to him? Shike Hawken looks like it's a disconnect. As we have the Japanese space program. And looks like Psycho Kaiza is able to gain a bit of ground as well. Psycho Kaiza, the top three, still nothing much to separate them. You see Moritz Hiccup and Lucas Lichten battling. Just a lot to keep your eyes on, as Jordan Brunch is going to make a pass on Cody Leinhardt. So already making up a few spots after that mistake from Cody Lionheart. We'll take a look back at the lead here. Looks like nothing is able to be... It's like they have nothing for each other. It's like, oh, Akito goes loose! He goes wide and gives Amelia the lead, and now he's gonna try and fight off Psycho, and Psycho gets pushed off again! Akito just got really loose there and just lost it. Gave the lead to Amelia Anderson, and now Amelia Anderson has the opportunity just to run away with it. And Psycho Kaiza tried to take advantage, however, just had no room to go, and had to go onto the gravel to avoid Akito there. So there's definitely a little bit of drama between these two drivers. Looks like it's all calmed down for now. We'll take a look at Jordan Bunch. Looks like Cody has actually passed him back. Cody Lionheart, the angry German, trying to hold back the Scottish driver, the Scottish Catboy. The Catboy going to the outside, no room there. Maybe to the inside here, maybe not. Cody has that position covered there. Though it looks like Jordan has the momentum. Jordan peeking to the inside a little bit, and not enough room there. Akito Suzukawa and Psycho Kaiza now battling for the position here. Battling for second. Psycho Kaiza to the outside. Oh, there's a bit of a tap! Oh, that is definitely a bit of frustration between the two. Goodness, oh goodness. There is definitely some fireworks going on here as they go side by side. Psycho Kaiza on the grass. Akito giving no room. Oh my goodness, Akito just hip checking. Akito is completely bonkers here. Psycho Kaiza living up to his Psycho sort of moniker here, and that gives Lucas Lichten the chance to take both drivers. Akito spins! Oh no, Akito! Akito just got onto the grass on the outside there and just spun. Oh goodness, what terrible luck for Akito. Though maybe Psycho Kaiza's maybe smiling a little bit. Yeah, just got into the outside grass there and just lost it. You're really easy, especially in the mid-engine cars, to lose it there. A lot of damage on the front of that 296, so definitely going to be one of the early pit stops here. Unfortunately for Akito. Always goes really hard, always pushes to the max, however, it has some, I'd say, consequences. So we'll take a look here at Psycho Kaiza, who is in second spot, and Amelia Anderson has pulled out a 4-second gap. So Amelia Anderson just rubbing her hands together. Pretty happy about that, as Lucas Lichten has to now fight off a very hungry Moritz Hiccup. That dragon looking for any prey. And it's a big conga line for second here. Oh my gosh, what a race so far. We've definitely had a few mistakes, few passes for the lead. Very big passes, and already a bit of drama here. Hopefully no bad blood, just racing incidents. But oh my goodness, what a battle that was between Psycho Kaiza and Akito Suzugawa. And so we have, I believe that is Zane's pulling off the track to give the leaders a bit of space to continue here. As a bit of tires into the dirt there. Might not do any... Ooh, I see Asa XC going wide. She's able to gather it up. Thankfully, no issues there. No further issues, let's say, as Akito Suzugawa does take this opportunity to go into the pits early and try and repair the damage. So we'll take a look here at Jordan Brunch and Cody Lionheart battling for this position, the 10th position. So the final of the top 10 is another driver goes off wide there at the Cheetah. And it looks like Shike is back, so thankfully Shike in the NSX is here to complete the race after that disconnect. DJ Overdrive that lap car in the 296. Blanc Ryuzaki already making a comeback drive in the 11th position. I believe that is just 2 spots behind from where he used to be. So now we have a lot of lap traffic here that Cody Lionheart and Jordan Brunch have to deal with now. So we'll see how that pans out. Looks like Shike Haken gets out the way. But Jordan Brunch is right in the back of that GTR. It looks like Akito Suzugawa had repaired a lot of damage there. So that demotes him all the way down to 14th. So Jordan Brunch looking to the inside, looking to the outside. Nowhere to go though. Cody's been doing a great job at defending here. Cody Lionheart maybe going a little bit wide though. That 720 is so wide, but that GTR is just so tall. So as it stands at the moment, Lucas Lichten is still the fastest driver on the track. However, Emily Anderson is able to keep up the pace consistently, pulling out a 4-second gap now. Akito Suzugawa in 15th now, behind Ryuma Tateyama. We'll see if Akito is able to recover any positions from that incident. So of the 18 drivers on track, 2 of them have taken their mandatory stop already. At the moment, we still have Jordan Brunch and Cody Lionheart battling for this top 10 or top 9 now. We'll see how it cycles out. But for now, this is for the 9th position as Jordan Brunch looks to the inside here. No, thinks better of it. So he'll just slot in behind the GTR driver as they come into the S's. This is where Jordan actually made his previous mistake. Thankfully, it gets through there cleanly. Now into this hairpin corner here. Cody Lionheart just making the track as wide as he can. As Asa EXE makes her mandatory stop. Coming into the downhill section here. Into this hard braking zone. All the way to the right. All the way to the left of the corner. Turning right, hard right. As Jordan Brunch makes a big dive. And that's contact. Both of them spin around. Ooh, not sure if Cody Lionheart's going to like that. Both of them actually get going. Looks like Jordan Brunch is going to leave Cody Lionheart to 9th position. Thankfully, looks like it is not much drama there between the two. No bad blood. Looks like Blanc Ryuzaki will take that 10th position in between all of that, but Blanc is going to dive into the pits and take his stop. So this battle still continues here. Pretty brave move to dive into that corner here, into the inside. Have to make sure that you are committed enough, or else both of the drivers are going to have a pretty bad day. We see Akito. Oh, as we go into Akito, he gets in the back of one of the lap cars. That is Kizeta in the other Technoburst car. Akito probably really frustrated after that incident. Unfortunately, just gets into a lap car. Nowhere for either the car to go. As Lucas Lichten dives into the pits. As we have another yellow flag, I believe that is Imetric Zanes. Imetric Zanes, yes, just leaving these two cars to battle it out, not getting in the way. Lucas Lichten and Palu Kai have elected to take their pit stops. So Jordan Bunch probably has a bit more damage after all that, so probably a bit harder to make a move on Cody Lionheart now. We'll see when Jordan is able to dive into the pits now. Oh, is both of them getting cheated, both of them spin! Cody Lionheart spins into the inside wall! Tons of contact there. Tries to rejoin the track in front of another car. I'm not sure who that is Imetric Zanes. So Cody Lionheart's gonna immediately go into the pits here. As Lucas Lichten has like stop go 30. Unfortunately for the last round's winner, now having to serve that stop go, so that is a top 3 just gone to the win there. As Jordan Bunch has to avoid that car coming out of the pits. Unfortunate for both Cody Lionheart and Lucas Lichten. I wonder what happened there, maybe just forgot as Palu Kai gets a drive through, so that is a lot of penalties coming up already. So Lucas Lichten, the driver with the best lap of the race so far, looks like will be demoted all the way back to as far as maybe like 16th or 15th. Pretty far back either way after those stops. We'll see when Lucas takes his penalty. As no, Jordan Bunch gets loose again at the S's. Jordan Bunch probably already battling with a really damaged car, just unable to keep it straight at the S's and just bounces off the curbs and just hits the outside wall again. It's gonna be a lot of damage to repair as Cody Lionheart's still in the pits repairing all that damage. So at the moment we have Psycho Kaiza still chasing Emilia Anderson for the lead. Emilia Anderson hasn't been able to pull out a lead bigger than 4 seconds so far. Moritz Sickup just comfortably in that 3rd spot as Amentis the VTuber in the 4th position. A great result for them so far. Lucas Lichten taking his penalty, a big penalty to serve. A lot of time to wait. 30 seconds is an eternity. As we have Emilia Anderson still in the lead. We'll see when she goes in for her mandatory stop. Not yet. Probably just wants to make sure she has these tires go all as far as she can. As we see the car of Akito Suzukawa in the 9th position, 8th position now. Oh, it's still 9th actually, excuse me. After that damage that he has to repair, getting past Palu Kai. And Psycho Kaiza is in the pits now. So that gives Moritz Sickup 2nd place for now. So that demotes Lucas Lichten all the way down to 10th position, pretty far behind Palu Kai and Akito Suzukawa. So that is a very lonely 10th position for the Team Iris driver, unfortunately. Psycho Kai's still not out of the pits yet. Moritz Sickup about to lap one of the other Team Iris cars. Actually, I don't know if that is Lucas Lichten himself. No, that is Lucas Lichten. So Lucas Licton lost a lot of time there. Takakai's out of the pits now in 5th position, ahead of Sir Drew Cox, who's also doing a great job here today. Metric Zane's in the pits as well. We'll see if Millie Anderson dives in this lap. So, halfway to go in the race so far. A lot has unfolded. Looks like the race has calmed down at the moment, but still a lot of time for anything to happen. And anything has happened before in the series. As you see, Millie Anderson has elected to not come in yet. We'll see if Mord Sickup does the same. He stays out. Amethyst the VTuber doing a great job in 3rd. Let's take a look at a few drivers we did not showcase as much lately. Celia Drew Cox in the 6th position. She's doing a wonderful job, the Sheep Mom. In that number 420, Dr. Poggers, McLaren. Mercedes, both start with an M. Asa EXC in the other Team Iris car in the 720S after ditching the 296. She is in 7th. Balu Kai in 9th. Ryuma Tateyama doing a great job just racing along here in 11th position. Kizeta in 12th. Blanc Ryuzaki, after taking his stop, is in 13th. DJ Overdrive doing a great job there in 14th. Jordan Bunch, after having to repair all that damage, is in 15th, as well as Cody Lionheart in 16th, but still pretty much behind. Still pretty much in sort of fighting distance, Jordan Bunch. You see, I'm sorry. Psycho guys are lapping him. Metric Zanes in 17th, and Shike Hawken, the final car running in 18th after disconnecting, still has yet to make their mandatory stop. So take a look at Kizeta doing a great job here in 12th. Got into an incident, but I believe he is actually really in Ryuma Tateyama. You see Blanc Ryuzaki actually back there as well, trying to gain back all the spots that he can and make sure to sort of salvage up all that time from a few incidents that he had, as Ryuma Tateyama dives into the pits for his stop, or their stop. Sorry about that. So now it is between Kizeta and Blanc Ryuzaki. Blani able to put on a good recovery drive. Kizeta has a bit of damage on the front end of that car. And Blani is already catching up. Goes a little wide, misses the apex in that corner, so that gives Blani a lot of time, it gives Blani an opportunity to get a pass done here. Blani, a part of Mirai United VTuber racing team. As Isaac Umbras dives into the pits now. Blani right there coming to DSS. Might have to go single file here though. Blanc Ryuzaki, one of the drivers that was not able to participate in Silverstone because of the 24 Hours of Le Mans that he was doing with Mirai United VTuber racing team in iRacing. So Soleil Rucox also dives into the pits here. Kizeta just hanging on into everything that he's got. And Ryuma Tateyama gets a stop go 30 as well. So that'll further put that driver down the order. Maybe give Imetric Zanes a bit of a shot here to get into the position. Kizeta still has yet to pit though. But Kizeta goes very wide at the final corner here, so that gives Blanc Ryuzaki an opportunity to get past. After passing Imetric Zanes. Still nothing yet for the I don't want to say Wisconsin, I think Wisconsin, I don't know. But they were part of the Twink Wisconsin team for the Monza round of VTuber Le Mans, so maybe there is a bit of a relation there. As Salute Drewcox also gets a stop-go 30. Unfortunate for her. Oh no, she was doing such a great job. Amethysta, the next of the top drivers to take their pit stop. Blanca Rizaki looking to the inside here. A good pass. Able to get past cleanly here. Still side by side though. Blanca Rizaki actually takes it pretty carefully. Kizeta actually doing a pretty great job. Going uphill into this left-hand hairpin. Ooh, looks like Blanca Rizaki is forced a little wide. Maybe didn't expect. Ooh, no, Kizeta goes around. Looks like he buckled a little under pressure as he reverses off the track to try and rejoin. And Amelia Anderson is in. So that promotes Morsick up to first. See Amelia Anderson, we'll see where she ends up here. Hopefully with no stop-go penalty. Hopefully everything has gone pretty well for the driver coming into the pits here. We'll take a look at Psycho Kaisa going downhill into the final few sets of corners. Behind him, I believe that is the lap car of Jordan Branch. Next car behind him, that is pretty far behind, is Asa EXC. So Amelia Anderson exits the pits now, and has a pretty good gap. That early pit stop not actually doing too well for Psycho Kaisa, and that is a 16-second gap that he has to claw back. So we'll take a look at Lucas Lichten and Palu Kai battling for the 7th spot as Lucas Lichten tries to gain all the time that he can back. That is also Amethysta VTuber up there. So it looks like Amelia Anderson has the net lead, unless Mort Hiccup has a trick up their sleeve. Coming into the final corner now. Now onto the start-finish straight. After having to deal with that stop-go 30, Lucas Lichten is behind even Akito Suzukawa, who wiped out. And it looks like there's a pretty big battle brewing here for 6th position, as Amethysta VTuber has to try their best to battle off Palu Kai, as Lucas Lichten also is onto the back of Palu Kai here. That beautifully colored 720S. A lot of great looking liveries here. As Lucas Lichten looks to the inside, hopefully no contact there. Was pretty brave, as looks like he scares off Palu Kai. Palu Kai gives him the inside, coming to the S's. So a pretty big move there. As now Lucas has to get to work on Amethysta. Amethysta's not going to give up that position so easily. Getting past the lap car of Salil Drewcox, who unfortunately had to serve that stop code 30. As Psycho Kaisa puts in the fastest lap of the race with a 141.995, so Psycho Kaisa is on a mission here. We'll see if it's we'll see if it comes up to anything, but can't fault Psycho Kaisa for trying, especially after all the drama that's happened. As my time screen has a bit of a moment here. But as for now, Lucas Lichten looking to the outside of Amethysta. Amethysta might not be able to have enough speed to fend him off. Actually, yeah, Amethysta has the inside covered, so that forces Lucas Lichten behind them. So Lucas Lichten has more momentum coming out of the corner. No, he doesn't. Gets into the grass, so that kills off any speed, and that gives the opportunity for Palu Kai to get that 7th spot back. So still a heated battle here. So nothing separating these three cars. Coming uphill into this left-hand hairpin. As Lucas Lipton dives to the inside, looks to make something happen here. Able to clear Palu Kai, and now getting to work again on Amethysta. Palu Kai making make a move. But Lucas covers it. Pretty keen driving, pretty keen eye from the Team Irish driver. Definitely a pro. As Amethysta goes a little wide coming into Cheetah. Looks like gets into the grass a bit to take advantage. Goes way into the inside. Though that's a bit too tight there. So looks like nearly the drivers go 3 wide. Maybe they might make it 3 wide. Yes, they do. Oh my goodness. 3 wide into turn 1 for 6th position. Amethysta in the middle. Amethysta has to cover the inside now. Oh my goodness. Now Lucas Lipton's going to make a big dive. Oh my gosh. What a move. But Amethysta is going to take advantage of the inside lane that they have access to. Lucas Lipton holds on to the 7th spot here. Oh my goodness, Lucas Lipton might be fuming right now in just frustration trying to get past this driver. As nearly gets into the rear quarter panel of Amethysta, thankfully doesn't. Palu Kai just really being a nuisance. Just keeping up the pressure. Hopefully thinking about having these two drivers make a mistake here. To have an easy 6th position here to get to work on Akito Suzukawa. So Lucas Lipton pretty close to the back of Amethysta VTuber again. Amethysta, they are just hanging on for dear life. What a performance. Goes a little wide at Cheetah again. However, we'll see what Lucas Lipton does. Lucas Lipton probably not thinking about going inside again. Goes to the outside, tries to gain a bit of momentum. Gets stopped in his tracks by Amethysta. Just nowhere to go with a big 296 in your way. Palu Kai loses a bit of ground. Lucas Lipton tries the outside. Amethysta covering the inside. We'll see if he's able to make a crossover move on them. No, not able to. Palu Kai gets back onto the rear of Lucas Lipton. Pretty great battle here. Coming into this long right-hander, very fast, high speed. Need to be a single file here. Nothing again, once again, separating these three. Meanwhile, Akito Suzukawa just sighing in relief, looking probably at his relatives, seeing Lucas Lipton just thrust in the middle of battle between these three drivers. As Lucas Lipton might have an opportunity. No, he doesn't have an opportunity to get any move done on Amethysta. Amethysta just covering everything. Can't go left, can't go right, can't go outside, can't go inside. Into this big braking zone. Now onto one of the hardest corners on the track. Debatably, Cheetah. No, Amethysta clips that inside curb. Just gifts the position to Lucas Lipton and Palu Kai. So that battle is done for now. Hopefully Amethysta gathers up and is able to battle at least Palu Kai there. But unfortunately for Amethysta, they lose 2 spots. So that is that. So now we get to look at Akito Suzukawa and Asa EXE. Akito might be too far behind to get a podium, but 4th place isn't too bad either after a big mistake there at this very corner. great recovery drive so far, though he probably wanted a bit more than that. So Asa EXT clips the inside curve, gets a little bit of a bounce. You see, that is a lap car of iMetric Zane's there that they have to come across sooner or later. Great job once again by Amethysta for keeping Lucas Lichten, one of the fastest drivers here, at bay. And this round of applause. Definitely something to be proud of, because we have a yellow flag on the field. What is that? Oh no! No! Asa EXT goes wide and goes off! We'll take a look at what happened here. Oh my goodness, looks like she was tagged by somebody. We'll take a look here once again. Oh, looks like she just goes across Akito. Maybe just didn't judge it right. Not really Akito's fault there. Neither was it Asa's, but just, you know, racing incident. Pretty easy mistake to make there. So that gives Akito 4th place. So now the closest battle we have on track here right now is between Moritz Hiccup and Psycho Kaiza for the 2nd spot. Psycho Kaiza had an up and down race so far. Hasn't been able to challenge for the lead, as looks like Amelia Anderson is 14.5 seconds clear of Moritz Hiccup. However, 2nd place might not be too bad for Psycho Kaiza if he's able to get around Moritz Hiccup. That big dragon in the matte black 720S. So with nearly only 10 minutes to go in the session, what a race so far. Amelia Anderson has definitely been the favorite here today in that 296. We'll take a look at her in the lead. There she is in the number 1 driver 69 Ferrari 296. Definitely showing her MLG Esports Pro caliber here today. We'll go back to Psycho Kaiza and Moritz Hiccup. Now Salil Drew Crocs off, unfortunately for her. Take a look back at Akito Suzugawa, lapping some cars, short of brunch. Asa EXC in the 5th position. Lucas Lichten in 6th, so 2 Team Iris cars side by side. Then it's Polu Kai in the number 43 720S. Amethysta VTuber doing a great job here today, even after that mistake in 8th. Isaac Umbras in 9th in the option 13 AMG. Panthers Blanc Ryuzaki. Cody Lionheart in its 11th position. That beautiful, beautiful, beautiful GTR, though maybe I am a tiny bit biased. Okay, yeah, very biased. Jordan Bunch in the 12th position, about to get lapped here by Akito Suzugawa. EJ Overdrive able to get it back to 13th after that initial accident. So Leo Drew Cox, after suffering a stop-go 30 in 14th. T Zeta in 15th for the other Technoburst car. Ryuma Tatayama in 16th, one of the other drivers to suffer a stop-go. About to get lapped by Lucas Lichten. iMetric Zanes, we get to them as they spin off at the final corner. So does, oh no, Jordan Brunch goes off again. What's happened here? Same mistake as the driver in front of him. Goes off, hits the inside wall pretty hard. Unfortunately for him, he's gonna have to wait a long time to get... Oh, it looks like it's a retirement for him. Unfortunately for him. We'll take a look back at the rest of the field. Magic Zanes in 17th and Shike Hawken in 18th. Looks like we are stuck in a stop motion here with Shike Hawken for some reason. So once again, this battle's brewing for 7th position between Holu Kai and Amethyst the VTuber. Amethyst doing a great job again and again. I keep saying it again because they have been doing such a great job here at Kyalami. He's definitely one of the most improved drivers in the field here. Always definitely a factor in the races. Holu Kai going a little wide. Meanwhile, Amethyst keeps it a little tight. Here, another car going into the gravel there. Another car going into the gravel there. That was Ryoma Tateyama. Ryoma Tateyama stopped there. We'll take a look actually at Psycho Kaiza and Moritz Hiccup. Two battles we have to keep an eye here today, right now. Psycho Kaiza actually about to come up to one of his teammates, or his other teammate. No! Moritz Hiccup gets loose! Is able to keep it straight, but that's gonna give Psycho Kaiza an opportunity to get past him. Side by side here. Pretty treacherous corner, goes side by side, very fast, very tight. Now into this big, tight right-hander, I mean. Again, my direction's confused. Is Psycho Kaiza able to get that position from Moritz Hiccup for second? We'll see if Moritz Hiccup has any fight in them. Moritz Hiccup going outside a bit to try and get a bit of momentum. Psycho Kaiza parking his car in the exit of the corner, making sure Moritz Hiccup doesn't have any momentum. But Moritz Hiccup has the slipstream now, so they are able to mount a pass for position in the first corner here, if they are willing. A bit too far, maybe. Yeah, just too far. Just trying to keep up their momentum to make sure that they have enough speed to get past. Psycho Kaiza clips the inside corner pretty tightly. So now Psycho Kaiza and Moritz Hiccup battling for the best of the rest, as Amelia Anderson is 18 seconds clear with 8 minutes to go. So that position is probably not really up for contest. Meanwhile, second position here is hotly contested between Psycho Kaiza and Moritz Hiccup into this left-hand hairpin. Goes uphill and then downhill. Downhill into this really high-speed part of the track. Into this really hard-braking right-hander. Really wide entry that you just have to get super right. Really precise. Now Moritz Hiccup just all over the back of Psycho Kaiza as they enter Cheetah. Now out of Cheetah into the final corner here. Moritz Hiccup electing to take the outside to get some momentum here for this corner. Now into the slipstream. Gonna see if they're gonna be able to mount a pass here into the first corner, or what is essentially the second corner, but it's really the first corner to me. Now Moritz Hiccup to the outside. Isn't able to mount a pass for position here. Actually loses a bit of time as Psycho Kaiza does a pretty good job of defending. Moritz Hiccup goes really wide there, actually, so loses some ground to Psycho Kaiza. So Psycho Kaiza breathing a little bit of a bit of sigh of relief there, as Moritz Hiccup is now a stop motion again. I'm not sure what's going on there. The psychopath doing a great job of recovering today, despite everything that's happened. We'll take a look at 7th spot. Amethysta still battling with Palu Kai, and Palu Kai just doing their best. Doing their best to hold on to 7th. So we've had it all here at Kia Lami. And with only 5 minutes to go, Amelia Anderson is comfortably in the lead with an 19-second gap. Psycho Kaiza in second, as we have a yellow flag here. That's Salil Drewcox going off wide. Actually, no, spinning around in that corner. That corner claims another victim. Hard into the inside wall once again. So she has to sort of make sure that nobody is in front of her. So focusing again on Amethysta and Palu Kai. We'll go on board with Palu Kai. I mean Amethysta. And it's a pass! A big moment for Amethysta. They're not able to make it stick though, as Palu Kai has the most momentum there. Goes a bit too deep. Though Amethysta is still in shooting range, firing range. Amethysta having to correct a bit of the slide there. So that was on board with Amethysta as they try their best to get anything they can to get that 7th spot. But they make a big mistake in Cheetah, so that will not help. Keep saying Cheetah over and over again, but that's because Cheetah is such a tricky corner. High speed, and not much room for mistake. As we see teammates battling here, looks like Lucas Lipton is caught up to the back of Asa EXE. We'll focus back on Amethysta though. Amethysta gets a little loose on the exit of that corner, so that gives Palu Kai a little bit of breathing room. Back on Lucas Lipton and Asa EXE. There is your last race winner, Lucas Lipton, having to recover from a stop-go 30-second penalty. So now Lucas Lipton right on the back of Asa EXE. It's going to be for 5th position if he can get past her. Those thigh-high socks probably adding a bit of pace. And trying to go side by side. No, not quite just yet. We'll see coming into this corner. Yes, looks like Lucas will go to the outside of Asa EXE. Asa EXE will give Lucas a bit of space there, though not enough to make the pass. Having to go single file into this corner. Now into the final corner. We'll see if Lucas has enough momentum to get past here. He has the slipstream and thigh-high socks, so that'll give a bit of a boost. Thigh-high socks and Slipstream giving a bit of speed advantage here, though not enough to get past Asa. Looks like Amethysta VTuber has actually lost a bit of time to Palu Kai. So this is the closest battle we have for you right now. As you see, they have to get past a lap car of Amitric Zanes. Amitric Zanes going into the grass. And now it's side by side. Will this force Asa EXE a little wide? As Amethysta, not Amethysta, Amelia Anderson crosses the line to finish, to get on the final lap here. So one more lap for Lucas Lichten to make a move on his teammate. So it's pretty much rage against the machine here. As Lucas Lichten tries to go to the outside again, but Asa EXE has that covered, pushes Lucas a little wide. Thankfully, no further drama here between these two cars. So here comes his final chance to get past the computer. Asa EXE. The algorithm. Just computing every situation to try and fend off her teammate. So now Lucas Lichten actually is able to get past Asa EXE. Actually, no. Asa EXE fights back. And it looks like Amelia Anderson actually crosses the line here. But we will stay put here. Lucas Lichten has to go single file here. So that'll be Amelia Anderson, Psycho Kaiza, and Moritz Seka for your podium. Akito Suzugawa, once he crosses the line, will finish in 4th. So now, Asa EXE goes wide! Asa EXE just gives the position to Lucas Lichten. Might have just been feeling the pressure there. So now that is 5th given to Lucas Lichten. We'll take a look as Akito crosses the line here to get 4th. A good recovery drive for this driver. Well, let's focus on Amelia Anderson. What a performance from this driver today. She was just on top of everything. Psycho Kaiza, after having to recover from a few incidents, is in 2nd. Moritz Hiccup in 3rd. As I said, Akito Suzugawa in 4th. Lucas Lichten crosses the line in 5th. Asa EXE, after making a bit of a mistake, in 6th. Palu Kai in 7th. Amethysta VTuber in 8th. Great result from them today. Isaac Umbras spinning in 9th, hopefully. No, it looks like Blanc Rizaki actually has finished the race, so that'll give them enough time to cross the line and actually go into the pits. Well, actually, it looks like they'll finish 9th after all, as Blanc Rizaki's in 10th, Cody Lionheart's in 11th, DJ Overdrive finishes in 12th as he crosses the line, Lil Drew Crocs in 13th, Keyzeta in 14th, Ryuma Tateyama in 15th, Imetric Zane in 16th, and Shike Hawken in 17th position. So the win goes to Amelia Anderson for the 2nd round of the International VTuber GT Championship after a pretty convincing lead there. What a performance from her today, as she definitely makes another fight for the championship. Psycho Kaiza doing a great job of keeping his keeping his head together in second there after getting into a few incidents. So the point standings will be interesting to look at here. We'll see a few retirements in the field. That is Jordan Bunch, Aether Yuki, Sebastiano Rossi, and I believe one of them has to be Tracc Integrale. But with that out the way, congratulations to Amelia Anderson. And with that, that'll be it for today's broadcast. Thank you for watching. Here next Saturday, we're going to be having tracc.eu GT Cup at Zandvoort. And the Saturday after that, VTuber GT will go to Zandvoort themselves to continue the fight between Amelia Anderson, Psycho Kaiza, Moritz Hiccup, Akito Suzugawa, and Lucas Lichten. So without further ado, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the racetrack. Goodbye for now.